www.appallingproductions.com. Top 10 Weird Films. Hausu, aka House in English, is a Japanese film by Nobuhiko Ohbayashi about a strange haunted house and a squad of eccentric Japanese schoolgirls who are way too happy about everything. Each of them has their own little quirk, the most interesting being Kung Fu, who is known for her expert fighting skills. What's interesting about this movie is its undeniable style, with heavy use of matte paintings that are quite well done, and lots of experimental film stuff, especially for 1977, where it would have had to been all done frame by frame in editing. The movie is a lot of fun and has a cult following to this day because of it. You should check it out. Tetsuo the Iron Man is a 1989 Japanese cyberpunk film by Shinya Tsukamoto, a film about a man churning into metal, a hyperkinetic and surreal experience. There are two interesting things I can say about this film. One is that it won the Venice Film Festival one year and not a single person who was involved in making it could afford to go. So a random stranger went up for it and everyone in the crowd was chanting, "Tetsuo! Tetsuo!" The other thing is that its sequels try and have a more coherent story and in fact suffer from it. The ineptitude in filmmaking here actually kind of left parts out and it made it more surreal. Just because it was his first film and he made some mistakes, but it actually worked out better. It has heavy use of stop motion and scrap metals that is unlike anything I've ever seen. Its shrieking and really intense soundtrack by Chu Ishikawa went on to influence many artists, one notable being Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails. He's made some other really good movies too, but you should really check this one out if you haven't seen it. Kenneth Anger is a mainly experimental filmmaker who has been making films since 1937 and is still making films today. When speaking in terms of weird, he ranks very high with his extremely flamboyant and just plain odd style. I think the visuals themselves will sum things up nicely. What Is It from 2005 is part one of Crispin Glover's It trilogy. This movie stars a cast made up entirely of people with disabilities such as Down syndrome and cerebral palsy. Everyone except Crispin Glover. This itself makes it weird, but it also has an extremely erratic structure and off-the-wall imagery, such as a man with cerebral palsy and a giant clam surrounded by swastikas and naked women with fake animal heads dancing around. Yep. Can't wait to see part 2 of the trilogy. Trash Humpers is a 2009 film by Korine. Now, let me just say that this top 10 list is all just my opinion. Of course, not a definitive list of the weirdest films, just some of the weirdest that I've seen. And a film about crazy people done up to look like elderly folks humping trash, hanging out with gay-bashing rednecks, eating green dish soap as syrup on pancakes, yelling, make it, don't fake it," is my number one on this list. So remember, make it, don't fake it.